Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel. Share this video with a couple of family members, friends, and colleagues. I definitely appreciate the support. Let's talk a little bit about the Alien Romulus sequel. So we got more news on that. Apparently, the script is finished. Don't expect this thing to start shooting this year, but maybe sometime next year. More interesting on top of that, Fede Alvarez exits Alien Romulus sequel as the director. So let's read more into that. Fede Alvarez has wrapped the script for the sequel to Alien Romulus, but surprise, Alvarez won't be directing this time around. He was supposed to helm the project, but instead says he's passing the baton this time around. Alvarez will stay on as a producer alongside Ridley Scott, while a new filmmaker is being sought to take the reins for the fall shoot. I don't think they're going to be shooting for this in fall. I think that's usually what has happened, except for Ridley. Filmmakers come and you make one, and you pass the baton on to someone else, Alvarez said. He emphasized that he wanted to continue the Romulus storyline, but is leaving the execution to someone else. We love the story, and now we just want to find a director that really wants to go for the jugular. Alien Romulus, a back-to-basics revival that echoed the structure of Ridley Scott's 1979 original, was a hit, grossing over $350 million worldwide on a relatively modest budget of $80 million. Kaylee Spaney's performance as Rain, a modern-day Ripley of sorts, was one of the film's standout elements and likely a key factor in the fast-tracking of the sequel. And so, ladies and gents, with that news there is a couple more tidbits, but nothing that's been set in stone, so I'm not going to report on that. Overall, don't really like this. I like consistency when you're dealing with these type of franchises that have been around for 40 to 50 years. You got to have the most consistency as possible, especially when you're talking about directors. Now, doesn't mean you can't have a competent director come in and make this thing work for what it is, but it'd be nice if you had Fede Alvarez work on this project as well as be the director, because then he can actually execute what he sees from the paper to the big screen, right, through the lens. And so when you get another director, you have to bring someone in that has the same respect for the franchise, not someone that's trying to do whatever they want to do. And I think Fede Alvarez had a healthy respect for Alien, so finding someone else to have that same respect and then respect his work that's on the paper is going to be very interesting overall. But to me, not good news when you're talking about the sequel to Alien Romulus, but we shall see. Like I said, I don't think this film's going to be shooting this year. I think it'll be sometime next year, seeing as they don't even have a director attached. And so we'll see what goes on with that. But yeah, definitely going to be interesting overall. You know, Alien Earth is going on right now. I definitely have to do a video on that. I'll probably wait to do a video on that towards later in the fall because, you know, I want YouTube to get this strike off my channel so we can just get it marketed the right way and get it pushed to as many people as I could possibly get as far as the impression rate goes. But yeah, Alien Earth at this point in time, it's not a good show. I'm only 3 episodes in, and I have to talk myself into continuing to watch the series. So like I said, I'm going to be talking about Alien Earth separately, but if I had to rate it right now, it's definitely not a good show, in my opinion. You know, it's people that they want to make a show, a sci-fi show, and they want to slap the Alien name on it just because it's great for marketing and they think people will be interested in it. But it's basically a show that has no soul when it comes to Alien. And so that's just the gist of my gripe with Alien Earth at this point in time. But like I said, I'll be talking about that a little later. I'm more interested in the Alien Romulus sequel. But this news overall, like I said, not ideal at this point. So we'll discuss it a little later. But let me know what you think about this news down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. Ring the bell for notifications to stay updated on all Alien news, and be safe. It's Neff signing off.